Further away you are from the money printer, the more you pay for its counterfeiting, or you opt out and buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea, hey. Good morning, everybody. My name's pianomattyb. That is Scaramucci's. This is your morning TA. A brief glimpse into the crypto markets where the sun's shining, where the winds blow. All the humble opinion of this piano Zamboni bringing the The Fomo index has inched down to 76 from yesterday's 78. Bitcoin dominance 52.8%. 24-hour volume 92 billion. The overall market cap 2.64 trillion. Give or take 100 million. Well, despite the hijinks and calamity, the CPI don't care, coming out a little hot, which is government speak for incredibly hot. Scotch on the rocks, booze breath, Jerry Pow couldn't keep the price of Bitcoin down. They managed to keep everything else down, but not Bitcoin. After yesterday's kabuki theater of inflation gaslighting, price action took a quick dip down to liquidate any leverage, finding a bottom in a bounce at 67.5, then started back up all day long, peaking out at that elusive 71.3 level, and has feathered down to a time of production 70.8. And out of respect for 71.3, we're going to change our channel's resistance in honor of her. If we can't get above her, well, that's what I call resistance. Currently back above all three moving averages and at the 50-yard line of our ascending channel. My heartbreakingly bullish target for today would be to continue on and test this ascending channel's resistance at 73.7, knocking all those leverage shorts hiding in the bearish bushes, executing short squeeze up to 80K. Now over on the ding dong, you can see we made it back up and out of our triangle of neutrality. Is that a data alert? Yes, it is. Just a friendly reminder that the MACD may cross bullish today, which would be refreshing because we crossed bearish almost a month ago, and the last time we crossed bullish was way back February 24th, where we saw a 43% upside gain. Now, where would a 43% gain take us from here? Well, that would be all the way up to 102K-ish. I'll take it. Now, there is a bearish bone of contention in my otherwise bullish bonnet, and that's the 38.2% fib, which is way down at our triangle's exit point at 75.4 and in the loving arms of the 50 moving average. So there's some double word bearish corrobs at that level. But as long as we can distance ourselves from re-entering this triangle, hopefully that bearish bone of contention can disappear in a rear view mirror. And with the psychopathic elected elites raining down economic calamity, the likes we've yet to see in our lifetimes, it's going to put a lot of pressure on the Bitcoin price. But economic calamity is what Bitcoin was made for. It is the lifeboat, the cure for fiat corruption. And remember, there's no one coming to rescue us. We know that. But That is of no concern because we've done the one thing we could do to save ourselves and our family, and that's buy Bitcoin. And would you look at that, my friends? The sun's up. It's another beautiful day here on planet Earth. A day none of us are guaranteed, but we're lucky enough to have anyway. So get out there, knock 'em dead, and remember, we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected leads. And that's right, it's the long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. And we'll be going live right away, so grab yourself a coffee. Join me for a quick one, and by all means, sing it with me now. Around the banks of boom to spang, Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey, whoa. Cha-cha-cha-ching. $82K or 80K, 80K with the short squeeze. And if we were to follow the bullish cross on the MACD, well, that would take us to 102K, 43% pump, based on the fractal, that is. Not to say that it's going to happen, but it could. It's funny because it feels like we haven't been in the bullish trend of the MACD for a long time. And actually, if we take a quick look at this, is it on the ding dong? Yeah, the ding dong. Not the, oh, look at that, 71K. Oh, on this one. This one says 71K. Of course, because it's Binance, she's a little light. As we see here, the MACD is about to cross bullish. And look at this. We've basically been under. We've crossed bearish. When was that? Friday, March 15th. Let's call it a month ago. A month ago, we've been under. We've been bearish, the MACD. And, you know, we've kind of, that's when we hit our massive little plunge there to the 60, 61K-ish, I suppose. And now we're back up. We might cross bullish again. Last time we crossed bullish, and this is what really kind of boggles my mind, was in February. Last week of February, that was the last time we were bullish on the MACD. But we did see 45% bang off of that. So that's not bad. Look at this, just holding on. I remember on Monday I said that we wouldn't surprise me to see us coast down this line. Septishana's Secrets. Can you briefly explain how the data alert works? Well, the data alert is just it's just a shticky way to remind people of other elements in the market. So, for instance, this one, usually the data alert is I think it stems from back when I first started doing it. Is that something? Oh, no, that's just I haven't shaved my mustache long. It started off as just the kind of the data alert, like, hey, kids, what are you doing there? Let me go check for support. I think it started as support. Let's check for support on this level. You know, because that's what dads do before kids are playing. They're like, well, let me check this, see if this one's good to go, see if this deck is great enough for you guys to play on it. And then it just evolved to the data alert, which was a friendly reminder that something else is going on within the market. In this case, the friendly reminder was that we might cross bullish on the MACD, on the ding dong. That's all it is. There's no real big mystery to it. It's just a sticky thing on the channel. You need sticky things on the channel in the bear market in order to get through that cold bear market. The backup kid, how many Fedora hats do you own, pianomattyb? Well, I did own a lot more, but I made one mistake. And if there's one lesson you take from this stream, backup kid or anybody else, do not put your fedoras in the washing machine. Yeah, see, I did. What happened is that when I wore a certain hat for a lot of gigs, and, it just gets a little muggy. It's a little muggy sometimes. You start sweating in a hat, and sooner or later, maybe time to wash the hat. And I was like, well, how do you wash this hat? right? I didn't know. And yeah, that's right. Except Dad's got a check. So I stuck it in the wash, and came out. So I ruined its integrity, so to speak. The integrity of the hat was gone. I tried to wear it for a while, but it looked more like a mushroom hat. You know, like some people, there's mushrooms. People wear mushrooms as hats. This is one. It was my favorite hat. And so I got it in New Orleans about 3 or 4 years ago. It was a, can't remember what it's called, but I got it, and it just fit weird because before this channel, I've said this before, I never wore hats, right? I'm not a hat guy. In fact, I almost have a public hat phobia. I don't really like to go out in public with hats. Now I do, obviously. But before, you know, I would never even try on hats at a store. I'd have to like take a hat into a change room and have my privacy with the hat, because I didn't like to wear hats in public. I know it sounds crazy, but because of this channel and because waking up early to do the video, I just wore hats in lieu of, you know, you don't want to brush your hair every day at 4:30 in the morning. So I just wore hats. And so I have this black one, this is the captain's hat now. Washing hats and shoes in the dishwasher, says Doug and Sneaky Pete Vaporizers. Wow. Maybe that'll keep the integrity. Now I'm scared, though. I'm scared to wash this, because if I don't have this hat, then I have my gray one that I wear. I wear the gray one when I have a brighter outfit on, kind of to lighten up the outfit. I don't know if that even does anything. Need to know your hat size. Well, see, this is just a large, right? I don't know what my hat size is, but I'll tell you this, Terry. I can't put my head through a triangle, like a pool triangle. You know how you put the balls in, you know, because I remember playing, I've always had what some call as a big head. And so we were playing pool once, and my friends were like putting the triangle over their head. And so that looks fun. Maybe I'll try putting the triangle through my head. No, it doesn't go over my head. It's just a tad too big. So it's always hard to find a size of hat that fits right. That's why I got Scotty Moe down in Boca Raton. When I finally found a hat that I could wear all the time without having to do stuff to it, I sent him down to Scotty Moe, and he fixed them up real proper like. And that's what has the give or take 100 million in Bitcoin crypto morning TA to immortalize those hats. I still have them in my closet in a bag still. I try to give them away at the piano stream. I have a bunch there, but no one at the piano, no live people at the piano bar are Bitcoiners. So it would fall on, I don't know, deaf ears, if that's the right way to put it. They wouldn't appreciate it again. But Bitcoin, crypto money, what is that? Isn't that a scam? Isn't that a Ponzi scheme, this Bitcoin stuff? I saw a that's me, Scotty Moe. Curtis Neal, my head is between a large and an XL. Bit of pain. Yeah, it is. It's hard to find hats that really fit. There's what is it called? A haberdashery. There's one in Winnipeg, and I went there. They don't cater to bigger heads. They cater to kind of, I don't know what they catered, but everything was way too small. And the poor guy was trying to make a sale. He's like, no, that fits great. I'm like, I don't think so. First off, I didn't appreciate him watching me put the hat on, because, you know, I have the phobia. So it's like, listen, just beat it. Go back behind your desk and pretend I'm not here. I'm going to try on these hats. But he kept on circling, you know, we're looking for that sale. I finally just had to hightail it out of there. I couldn't handle someone watching me put on a hat. One of my phobias. One of my many phobias, I suppose. Take a look at the 4 hour, 70.9. So in respect of 71.3, which we can't seem to get over, I've created the channel. This channel used to be up here. I'm like, oh, we aren't even doing that. That's a one-time Johnny up there. So let's make this the channel. Bruce Mai, that's where you can get your hat cleaned, though. Where can you get your hat cleaned? In a dishwasher? Or maybe I'll try that next time. I'm a little scared. I'll take it to. I'll use a hat that I don't really like. Usually when I grow my hair long, I don't want to wear all my hats here. When I grow my hair long, I attempt every 6 months. I always like, maybe I'll grow my hair a little longer. And it's just horrible. It always looks bad. But that's when I start wearing hats at the Jimmy. is when my hair gets too long and gross, and then I can't brush it and it looks horrible. You got to understand that angle at the Jimmy, it's not this angle, it's the other angle. And because it's a wide angle camera, I got to fit Kyle in there. I just thought it's a brutal angle on myself. So I really only have one good angle. This is it. And the other angle, that's why I can't watch the piano stream. It's like, God, how do I do that? Why do I not brush my hair or wear a hat? Anyway, we're fighting for this resistance here. Look at the wicks there. Can we get that? We got a lot of selling pressure up here at these wicks. Makes me wonder. You know, I saw this article that said the bull market was going to peter out at 150K. The key is to remove your hat before placing it in the dishwasher. That's why I got my goggles on, my snorkel outside the thing, ready for the rinse cycle. I saw this article that said the bull cycle could peak out at 150. Now, when we hear that, we're like, oh, say it ain't so. That would be horrible. But at the end of the day, I know with diminishing return, this always comes in with days and days of kind of bearish sentiment. It's like, oh, not only are we bearish, the ultimate bullish thing that could ever happen is only going to be 150K. Now, if it was 150K, which it could be, because who knows? We don't know anything. We don't know what could happen here. I think that would maybe put a kibosh on the Bitcoin market for a long time. I think you would see a lot of crypto creators maybe take a break, because at 150K, I don't think that's going to pull retail in to the market. And so we will kind of all be sitting here with the same pseudo bear market metrics. And without that massive pump, it may not pull sentiment and retail into the bull market. And at that point, I think it may go stale for a while. Now, that's at 150. I'm bullishly delusional, so I think the upside is closer to the 300 and 500K. But I'm bullishly delusional. Why do I say that? It's because of all the ETFs and the institutional inflows and the big money coming in. However, with the big money coming in, we also find retail not coming in with it. So that's, like I said yesterday, they're like, oh, no, you go buy. I'm only going to buy, 1,000. If you're going to buy 100 million, you go first. And then price gets away on them. And we will have Dave Digital. What if retail is only buying ETFs? Yeah, I could see a portion of new retail, like the old, like retail that bought last time, AKA a lot of us, a lot of the newbies. They didn't have the ETF. They got in there on their own. I feel like the people buying retail would have bought. Will only buy retail. Like they're not going to orange pill themselves, and they're not going to learn about self-custody. They'll just buy it, set it, forget it. I hand wash my hands with shampoo. My rationale is that it's made clean, the same dirt and oil from my hair. Oh, you take maybe a little toothbrush on her. That would do it, probably. I have one hair that has like a sweat ring around it, like a ring around the collar. So I had to get rid of that one because it started to show up. I started noticing, what's that mark on that hat there? Oh, that's what it is. Got rid of it. Curtis Neal and delusionally bullish just never could have topped could 2x more than just gotta wait and see a prep art. That comment looks like one of the comments I do on my iPad when I'm writing comments on people's live streams. For some reason, my iPad is just the worst typer, and the way it will correct itself is horrible. That's why I don't really. I'm scared because I super chatted once this carnivore doctor, and I had a question about smelling breath, like as I can smell people's breath from a mile away now that I'm on the carnivore diet, and
I typed it out and it came out so gibberishly that he couldn't even read it. I'm like, well, that's a waste. Andre P., the big boys, BlackRock, etc., won't let the dramatic downside pullbacks of the past happen. Bad for biz. Up only Laura. Another thing, I do agree with that, and it makes a lot of sense. But the one thing that's creeping up in the back of my mind is the consensus, right? So I'm generally live my life on the contrarian edge. So when the consensus starts to build the way it's building now, as in, we're only going to go up, it's going to the moon, $1 million, like a lot of the things I think. And then you hear, that's when I start thinking, well, maybe it's not going to do that, especially, I don't like hearing that. I know in our little bubble, we can kind of think of, we've been here long enough. We have lots of opinions, and we have lots of experience to shed light on certain things. But when the Gen Pop is basically amping up into a never-ending bull market, and the narrative that it will never go down, I've heard that a lot, and I truly kind of believe that too. Like, you're not gonna. Larry Fink's not going to sit there with egg on his face. Sorry. Oh, geez. Turns out there's a 50% pullback. I'm sorry. What can I say? I apologize. What? It's a 50% pullback. It's natural in Bitcoin. Not to all the boomers coming in that don't know any better, obviously. They would freak out. Can you imagine the phone calls Larry Fink, not that Larry Fink is answering any calls, but his army of salesmen. I'm not, when we see that happening, you will see that will bring in the bear market, because you'll see these boomers just freak the F out with a 50% pullback and sell. They'll sell out of and so normally, let's say diminishing returns, even on the downside, was a 50% pullback. I think at that point, you will see the capitulation of the boomers who would be like, I can't handle this 50%. I'm out. Put me back into DEI BS. That give me 3 to 4% over 10 years. So that's why I think at the 50%, you might see that extra capitulation from the boomers not being able to even fathom a 50%. Now, a 50% pullback for us, it's nothing. It's a walk in the park. We've been there a million times. But it's been a while since we've had a decent pullback. I mean, we had a 20% pullback, something like that. That's nothing. Kathy Wood's not worried about a little pullback. Yeah, well, Kathy Woods wouldn't. Larry Fink wouldn't. Anyone in the know really wouldn't. But tell that to the boomer whose retirement he took out of his 401. It's like, you know what? I'm going to take out of the 401. I'm going to put into this Bitcoin. I've heard good things from Larry Fink. And then a 50% haircut on their basically retirement. They're going to freak the F out. In the 90s, when wool fitted baseball caps were cool, you put them in the dishwasher to shrink them. Were wool baseball caps ever cool, Brendan? I'm not sure. I was dead set in the 90s too. That's when I was graduating high school and pretending I was a grunge rocker. I actually have a lot of pictures of me with long hair and turtlenecks, because that's what you did in the 90s when you were grunge. You wore contrarian clothes. Well, I'm a long hair don't care. At the same time, I wear a turtleneck and cords, because that's what we do as long hair don't cares. 72 likes, Dave Digital says. Is that enough to bring good old Duck out here? Not sure. He's a little late. We might have to cut the stream. Not enough likes, not enough Duck. Are we going to hit 71.3? Can we get over that today? 70.6? Why? Only among the jocks. Yeah. Why is there such pushback at that 71.3? Look at that. This is crazy. Move it up a bit. Look at this. That's a lot. That is a wall of selling pressure. That's why once we can get up past here, this is where the short squeeze will take us to 80K if we can get there. But look at that. We just get pushed back down. When was that? That was that Sunday that we had that little peak. That should have been, I guess it's a little higher. A little higher, maybe 73K. 73.7 is where we'll break out of this ascending channel right here, 73.7. And then zoop right up to that money magnet there at 80K. That's when things might get exciting. Do you think things would get exciting at 80K? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what price will bring FOMO back in here. Retail FOMO, that is. Like the kind we experienced last bull run. Like, that's why I mean things feel different now. You know what I mean? And I don't feel the urgency or the impending FOMO that I felt last bull run. I felt like it was constantly going to get away on us. And then eventually, you know, after 6 months of denial that we are in a bear market, it did get away on us, so to speak. Wait a second. Show us that teenage grunt rock pics with the cords and the turtlenecks. Please show us that teenage grunt rock pics. One day I'll look for them. It wasn't a band called Leader House. We were in Teleb Quirk Pop. We were the next big thing. We were promised lots of record deals. Did we take them? No, the manager said, wait for America to give you a record deal. Who cares about Canada? So we waited, and we waited, and we waited, and the record deal never came. Duck Duck. Thank you for the super chat, Sneaky Pete. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Can you put the sweet little reverb on there? Oh, there. Well, we got a super chat there from Super Pete. Why don't we do a FOMO at the top in celebration? Oh, let me turn this on.
FOMOing at the top, couldn't stop myself. FOMOing at the top, now I'm down a lot. I should have held core, the resistance became support. Should have held core, the resistance became support. Everybody's jumping off a bridge, all my friends are doing drugs. Everybody's cooking beers. I suppose I shouldn't care. I suppose I shouldn't care. Influences everywhere telling me I'm missing out. Living there off a boss, I couldn't take it. FOMOing on the top, couldn't stop myself. FOMOing on the top. Now I'm down a lot.
Good job, buddy. Well, let's do one for Dave Digital. Let's do a Dancing in the Moonlight.
We get it almost every night when the moon is big and bright. It's a supernatural road of light, and everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody here is warm and bright. It's a supernatural road of light, and everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Everybody here is out of sight. They don't bark and they don't bark and they don't bite. It's a supernatural world of white. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody here is warm and bright. It's a supernatural world of light. And everybody's dancing in the moonlight.
Oh, a nice ending. Just abrupt like that. I like that. Mysterious. Okay, buddy. Let's. Are you bearish or bullish today?
Bullish.
Bullish. Perfect. All right, Duck.
We're playing the same game as a psychopathic collected all in. That's right, it's a long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. The breaks are bring this way. Bitcoin, crypto, money, yeah.
Nice job, buddy. Nice singing. Good pitch. Razor sharp. He's out. He's gone. Up there, back. Finish off his video game he secret plays when he pretends he's doing his homework. He's secretly playing video games. I don't care. A friend of mine said, well, what would you rather him do? Watch YouTube, someone playing a video game, or him playing a video game? And I was like, well, I guess I'd rather him play the video game than watch someone play the game. Anyway, that's my 2 bits for the day. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for sharing to that one person, that one noob on the fence, doesn't really know what to do with their life or their money. Show them a video like this so they can go, oh, it's easy. It's easy. It's that easy as C, D, G. All right, everyone. Hey, Randy Hipper. Take a look at Randy Hipper after this 8:45. I think she goes live. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a wonderful day.
Make sure you like